Greetings, lethals and villains. So I decided, do something a little different, and since we're currently drawing a D&D character for a pretty much a short story, I figured, hey, you know what? Why don't I tell you guys a kind of funny story in one of my own RPG sessions. So this happened about a couple months ago. I was hosting a sort of a mini form campaign. So while there are 5 players in total, the most important are 3. Sol the Artificer, Sterling the Barbarian, and Numus the Warlock. So, for context, the players had to solve the murder of a sheriff in the western town, and one of the suspects was a banker. So, Sol and Sterling decided to split the party. And, at the middle of the night, they decided to go and investigate the banker's empty mansion, on their own, while everyone else is like, hey, we're going to relax at the inn, talk to some of the locals. And unfortunately, they had a few counters, like encountering a mosquito woman, and they've set up an electric trap. So, they're pretty hurt. Mostly Sol is hurt. Anyway, so they go back to the inn. Now, they don't get a short rest because the rest of the party wakes up early. And Numus, is knocking on the door. Hey, wake up, we're going to the item shop because the proprietor has some important information for us. And Sterling and Sol did not want to get out of bed, because they had like half their health. And Sterling has the brilliant idea to try and chokehold the Warlock Numus into bed so they can get another hour of sleep. Numus, in retaliation, fires 2 shots of Eldritch Blast. And his first one landed a critical on Sol and a regular on Sterling. And that critical pretty much took out Sol. Like, Sol is dead. So, the other player, the monk player, Charity, she's trying to do, medicine checks and she's failing. Sol fails every single death save. Like, he can't roll above a 9. So we're like, oh my god, he's dead. The guy is dead. And so Sol asked me, okay, Nock, what do you want us to do? So I'm like, oh man, because I'm a new DM. I've only been a DM for about 3 years, 1 campaign and a small handful of one-shots. And I didn't know what to do because they had already set up a big romantic plot line. And also, if he dies, there's this in-game penalty which will affect the final boss. So I'm like, oh god, I don't know. So I decided, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna let the coin decide your fate. And everyone's like, yeah, that's totally fine. Everyone agreed. So, I get up my cup of D2s, turn the camera on, flip the coin, heads. Flip the coin again, tails. So now we have, the deciding vote. Heads he lives, tails he dies. And heads. So thankfully, he survives with 1 HP. And then Sol forgot, oh yeah, I'm an orc. I have relentless endurance. I could have survived that. And oh man, we're like, oh, seriously? But I mean, we're totally laughing, and it does actually come up later as the campaign goes on, that, Sol has a bit of a chip on his shoulder against Numus, which plays into the boss fight later on, but that's a whole other story. So, yeah, this is how a player died, not because I set up any, tough boss fight, but because, I say, don't split the party. Well, and that's my story. I'll see you guys again next month. Bye-bye.